Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome back to, well, it's a new one, Sooners Unfiltered, here on the late shift, Hall of Fame College Football. I'm your host, Jason Watkins, along with my co-host, David Kincade
What's
of
up?
No
What's up?
Fakin Sports. Hey, man, appreciate you coming in. Everybody make sure you smash that like button on both channels and subscribe to both channels so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame College Football and No Fakin Sports. What's up, my guy? How you been?
Man, I've been good, bro. Been good, man. No complaints. Happy
No
Thanksgiving
complaint.
to you, brother.
You too, man. Can you just believe what we just saw on that other show? All right, it's unbelievable.
What other show?
Texas, or the other game there,
Oh,
Texas
the
just
game.
going.
Yeah.
I can believe it. Actually, it doesn't even surprise me a little bit, man. A&M doing what Aggie does and gagging their asses off against Texas is just about how it goes. So,
Yeah. I
but
said of the remaining undefeated teams, they were the most flawed because
yep.
you always talk about running the football. Their quarterback is their second leading rusher, and that just doesn't bode well, man. Eventually, it's going to catch up to you.
Yeah, and you know it. Well, they've been kind of playing with fire for the last few weeks, anyways. And obviously that having come back 31-30, they end up losing. They were up 30-3 or losing 30-3. They end up winning 31-30 at South Carolina a couple weeks ago, or at home against South Carolina a couple weeks ago. It's just
Yeah.
wild, man. It surprised me that they were able to do that, but that's when you kind of know what was going to have it. Look, there's the only thing that I think sucks about it. I was definitely rooting for them so that you didn't have to listen to the Texas whining about belonging in the playoff and at 9-3. They're going to
I
be
mean,
9-3.
they're gonna whine even more now.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be even worse. So it is what it is. Welcome into the show, everybody. We've got quite a few folks in here, 45 people. Make sure you hit that like button. Hankster, good to see you. True Okie, Noobish, Keith Shatley, Mr. Dilligaff, Satterfield, what's up, man? Chuck Kearney, let's see, who else? Jacob Frank. Who else we got? Brandon, what up, Brandon Snake? Let's see who else. Kyle DePuy, Sooner in Texas. James Thrice, Stevie G. Nito, what up, dog? Shawty. Cream always rises to the top. Shawty says, it does indeed. It does indeed. Alonzo Powell. Let's see who else we got. Anybody else in here new? Bishop Frank, there he is. Licensed potato. I like that one. Damon L. Rice and Lone Wolf. Good to see you guys come in. Thank you for showing up in here. Hey, we're going to do a little bit of a preview on the game tomorrow. It's the biggest game. I called it the final exam for Oklahoma because it really is that. And you should win this game handily, but this is a team that we haven't been able to beat at Oklahoma for, in the modern day era. They seem to have OU's number. They beat the brakes off of OU in Baton Rouge last year. This is a team that has not been playing well at all, but something tells me they're going to come out with some fire, especially if it gets announced that Lane Kiffin is coming to town a little bit before the game, which I'm guessing it probably will. So you better hit them in the mouth sooner than later, as soon as it gets started, and go ahead and don't play with your food. Wouldn't you agree?
Man, this is nothing for me, honestly. I have no worries in the world. I have no cares. I think that Brent Venables is going to come with his best stuff. That quarterback, he's not ready, man. They've been struggling with everything that they've been doing. They were struggling on offense and defense. I told you I was not impressed prior to Brian Kelly leaving. I actually predicted Brian Kelly getting fired. He got fired. It's just a dumpster fire down there. I think that's where Lane Kiffin is heading, because if he wasn't heading there, he would have just said that after the Egg Bowl. But who cares what they're getting next year? We got a football game tomorrow, and we're going to beat LSU, bro. We're going to keep them out of the end zone. What are we going to get out of the offense?
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. It's just like last week when you have the offense kind of not getting it done in that second half. At any point, it could have turned it into a game if you let Ahmad Hardy get loose. And I get it. Their offensive line has been bad. We should be able to just eat them alive right away, right? It's been bad. The quarterback situation.
Easy work.
The other thing that concerns me is that Van Buren is he's mobile and he can throw. He's one of those guys. And, a mobile quarterback is kind of I think it's everybody's kryptonite when it comes to college football teams. So it's definitely, I would expect them to win just like you do. I'll be in the house to check it out. And, but it's a concern because in the end, you still got to go out there and get it done. So, Neilio, I did not.
It's going to come down to scheme. and our coaching staff is just going to, especially like I said, with him being a young quarterback, can he make the right decisions over and over and over? And that's one thing that we don't do. We don't allow long drives. We just don't. We don't allow long drives for touchdowns. Most people can remember a long drive for a touchdown. So if you can remember one, then it's probably because they don't happen very often.
No, now, and they have the long drives
for touchdowns either. So
true.
We still got to go out and perform to Oklahoma Standard and play good football to win this football game. They're not. I'm not saying like they're Hofstra or something like that, but this should not be an issue at home.
No, it shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't. Shout out to Arch for helping UGA get to the bag. Conference championship game, yeah, that'll be Georgia now against Alabama, as long as Alabama handles its business in the Iron Bowl tomorrow against Auburn. What are you thinking about that game going into it? Do you feel like it almost feels like Auburn could definitely win that because of the fact that they kind of have their little haunted house thing going on there. They do pretty good stopping the run, not that they run it, but they've got a nice their defensive line gets to the football as well, gets to the quarterback. I think it could be a tough day for Alabama if they don't get together and get it going fast, right?
None of these teams with interim coaches are going to win. Auburn don't stand a chance. They're going to get beat by 3 touchdowns. I promise you.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm picking them in my picks, so I'm hoping you're right.
You got Auburn? What's the spread?
No. I've got Alabama. Alabama. 5.5.
Yeah. Do you know the spread?
Give me 5.5. 5.5.
5.5. I'll take Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama 5.5. What about? Do you think? Does Michigan keep it going as far as? Hello there, Oklahoma Roses. Thank you for coming in. What do you think about the big game in Michigan? Do you think that Michigan goes to 5 in a row, or do they get mud-told stomped like they should?
Who knows? Who knows? Everybody would have thought that Ohio State would have won last year when they won the national championship. Who knows?
Facts.
It's Michigan, Ohio State, man. Who knows? It's going to be a good
Jackson
game.
Arnold. Brandon Snake says Jackson Arnold's undefeated against Bama. Jackson Arnold will not be playing in that game tomorrow. So they're going with one of the freshmen or one of the guys, one of the new dudes.
And that's another thing, man. You got another quarterback you play and all that. None of these interim coaches are going to get wins tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Obviously, Ole Miss, Mississippi State today for the Egg Bowl, and they had it was pretty good for a little while, and I like what Jeff is doing there. He doesn't have a defense, but that quarterback is pretty good. They had some running going, but it just seemed like Ole Miss kind of got a hold of them early and just they were able to kind of hold them off. The thing, the big question is Florida's losing their shit right now because apparently they called off and I don't know how much of this is true, but apparently they decided to move off of the Lane Kiffin deal. I think they're going to go out and get, which is my favorite guy. I think if they end up getting the Tulane coach, Some wrong. So I think he's going to end up going to Florida at this point, which I think was the right choice for them. But the Florida fans are losing their shit. They wanted Lane Kiffin, and it surprises me that he wouldn't have taken the job at Florida, because why would you go to LSU when they're not wanting to pay BK the money they owe him? You know, they don't have a real reason to not pay off his buyout or whatever. They didn't fire him with cause. So pretty wild.
Yeah, it's just one of those destination things, man. I hate it for the Ole Miss fans because he has done a hell of a job there in
Yes.
getting them back to national prominence. But man, it's the state of Mississippi. Nobody wants to live there. You got to think the coaches want somewhere where they want to live as well. And when Lincoln Riley left and went to USC, I didn't care, but I also understood that if he had a chance to, he's not an Oklahoma guy. If he was an Oklahoma guy, it'd be a different story. But the fact that he's not an Oklahoma guy, if I wasn't an Oklahoma and I had to choose between Oklahoma and Southern California, I'd probably move to Southern California and be a millionaire. So, I was ready for him to be gone anyway. I was calling for him to leave before he left.
Well, I knew he was leaving before he left for sure after the little plane trip. You know, after the Baylor game, he didn't show up for his Monday press conference. I knew his ass was out. Knew it. So it was a little surprise where he ended up going, but whatever. Let's see. Does Texas winning tonight cause of OU not getting in to host a playoff game? No, it is not. It is not, because if Oklahoma wins, they finish 10-2. It's a game ahead of them, which, you know, you're not going to finish in front of Oklahoma in the SEC standings. It doesn't matter that you lost head-to-head. They're out. I know they're going to whine and cry like they're already doing in here now, but they're not getting in.
So let me play.
No way they put in
advocate
OU
for a
over
second.
Texas now. What are you talking about? They have 3 losses, dumb shit.
let me play devil's advocate for a second. If Texas were to get in, the only way that they would get in would be over OU's dead body. Now, their argument would be that we both got 2 SEC losses, and they have the head-to-head win, because you got to remember their other loss was to Ohio State. So, do I think that the committee is going to put Texas in over Oklahoma? No, because we do have the better resume as far as wins and as far as our schedule ranking.
That's
So
right.
we should get in over Texas. And
Every
I
other
just don't
10-2
think that the
team.
committee
Every
has the
other
balls
10-2
to
team.
do that. They don't have the balls to put Texas in over Oklahoma, man. They would have a mutiny on their hands.
Right. They're in front of OU in this SEC. It doesn't matter. You have 3 losses, man. You have 3 losses, and one of them was to Florida. They're not going to put you in over Oklahoma.
Oklahoma
You
with
guys
more
are
ranked
out of.
wins than Texas. That's why I was talking about our strength of schedule as well as our quality of wins. We have 4 wins over ranked opponents. Alabama, Michigan, Missouri, and the other one we just played.
Yeah, and James is right here. The only way Texas gets in is if the committee leaves out Notre Dame, and they ain't doing that. And they're not.
Hey, I drew a blank on that other team. What the hell?
That's not happening. If Michigan beats Ohio State tomorrow, what will the Texas narrative be then? Oh, yeah, people whining. They're crying.
Ain't worried about
Let's
Texas,
see.
man. Y'all go ahead
Not
and
at
go
all.
to y'all regular little bowl game and get on up out of here. We'll be in the playoffs this year.
You know, whine away, Bevo. It's definitely a better resume than you have. You've got 3 losses. Just because you lost to Ohio State don't mean shit.
Tennessee was the other team. Michigan, Tennessee, Alabama, and Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. As long as Oklahoma beats LSU, it's there.
Yeah, and this is not a. Imagine a world in which we lose to LSU. You get outcoached by an interim coach. Oh my God. Because we know it ain't gonna be because they scored a lot of points on the defense. It's gonna be if we do lose, it'll be 2 turnovers. They're not
Yeah.
gonna run the ball on us. They're not gonna produce much offense. They would have to win in a turnover battle and beat us 13-10, 13-9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if that happens, I'm gonna have one of the craziest videos.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
gonna be on here cussing.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
tell
be
you what, you
fired
won't
up
be the only
tomorrow,
one.
man.
You will not
I
be
don't
the
even want
only
to go to
one.
sleep
That's for
tonight.
sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
if Oklahoma loses, they're definitely out of the playoffs. I never
No, you
even
wouldn't get in at 9-3 for sure. No,
I
definitely not
never
getting in at
fathomed that
9-3. We knew they
we get
weren't.
9-3. I wouldn't even, no team with 3 losses should be playing for a national title. That's what that's what this has become. When you add all of these teams and all these 12-team playoff and all this, you got a 9-3 team that's whining. When did we get to this in college football? It used to be you lost one game, you might not play for a national championship. Now you
Mm-hmm.
got teams whining with 3 losses. Get out of here, man. We need
Yeah.
to go back to 4 teams at the most. I don't like 12.
Yeah. Yeah. The 12-team playoff is well, and that's not going to happen. They're going to either go. They're going up with it. They're going to go to 16 eventually. Especially after this year, you're going to have Texas bitching about it. You're going to have BYU is going to be bitching if they don't get in. Which if they beat, so if they go and they were to beat Texas Tech tomorrow, Texas Tech may or may not fall out, which would kind of screw over. We'll have to see what happens. At a neutral site game, they got beat pretty badly there in Lubbock. But if BYU wins, they'll have finished 11-1, and then they'll be able to say they're conference champs. So they're obviously in. But would an 11-1 losing their second game in the conference championship game, Tech get in as well? They might. That's where you might see, like, say, I don't think it would be Oklahoma that gets kicked out of it. I think you might get Notre Dame booted at that one. Because here's the
And
thing:
the
everybody
key
knows
thing,
that Oklahoma had the toughest schedule out of every
yes,
contender.
yes.
Period. In the story, and they went on the road and beat 2 ranked teams on the road late in the season.
Our schedule puts us in there
Texas
if we
goes and
win at LSU.
gets rolled 35-10, at Georgia, and they're in here bitching about it because you beat A&M. Big whoopty shit that you beat A&M, man. That you always beat A&M. Big fucking deal. Good Lord.
They act like A&M beat Georgia at the beginning of the year or something. A&M
Yeah.
ain't nobody.
Yeah, come on, man. It's not going to happen. Let's see. I'm just saying, imagine if the bracket stays the same for the playoffs, not only have a season beating Bama and Michigan, but would include Notre Dame, Ohio State, Georgia, and another if we won it all.
That
You
would
have
be
to,
amazing.
it would be amazing. It would be amazing. It's a long stretch to get through it. And again, I'm going to tell you that you're going to have to see better offensive play in the playoff than what you've seen throughout, especially the back half of the season. It's going to have to. As good as this defense continues to get better week after week, and nobody wants to see Oklahoma in the playoff, at some point you're going to have to put some points on the board.
And I believe we can beat all those teams.
Yeah.
I truly do. I truly do. I believe we can beat all those teams. What's the weather tomorrow? Is it raining?
It's supposed to be raining early. It should be. They're saying the weather was saying that they should be by kickoff. It should have already stopped. We'll see kind of how it turns out, but let's see. A&M's not dropping past OU. No, they won't. They'll be like 7th. I think you're probably right. If we went back to the 4 teams, everyone would be complaining. They would indeed, including me and other OU fans. I wouldn't complain about a 2-loss. No 2-loss teams ever made it into the 14 playoff. None. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't complain about any of it now. What you have to look at is the schedule stuff. Now, you can say what you want, but 3 losses is different than 2 and 1, even in the SEC.
Yeah.
So you can't sit there and tell me because you went and lost to Ohio State, which you guys were all talking shit about before the game, that y'all were going to go in there and roll them. So don't talk shit now that you lost and whine about it.
You
Fucking
still talking to
shut
these
the
Texas
fuck up.
fans?
They're whining already. They're already. Oh, I can just imagine what it looks like on X, dude, right now. Twitter's got to be crazy.
I'm
right
not
now.
even responding to no Texas fans. I'll let
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
off.
that.
We'll just continue. All right. That's all Texas knows how to do is whine and brag. Yeah, that's what they also do. All right. Anyway, moving on. What are you expecting out of this offense tomorrow?
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah,
nothing.
you.
Man, I'm not even, bro. I've beat the dead horse of running the football. I can't do it anymore, man. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. We're gonna see 5 wide, and we're not gonna run the ball very much. But you never know. He's actually, if you look at how he did the season, he's actually due for a game to run the football. That's why I asked him what the weather is, because if it's raining and we still talking about John Mateer's thumb and his throwing motion and the ball wet and all that, man, just turn around and hand the football off.
I mean, one would hope that that's what they do for sure, right?
Just turn around and hand the football off.
That's what they ought to be doing anyway. I would love it if they were doing that anyway. The problem is you've got a bunch of guys hurt too, so hopefully they're healthier than last week. But yeah, you've got to run the ball. That's the one thing you got to do, and then you're gonna have to make sure that you just do what you're supposed to do against this trash ass offense that LSU's got. They should handle it. Good news is
People
I
keep saying the backs are hurt. Guys, listen, the running backs are fine. They're fine. They're not 100%. It's towards the end of the season. Nobody's 100%. But the running backs are fine. Us not running the football, stop trying to use that for an excuse. Us not running the football has nothing to do with the running backs being hurt. It has nothing to do with the offensive line. It has nothing to do with DeMarco Murray or the tight ends blocking. It has nothing to do with any of that. Once again, the run game comes down to the lack of calling run plays. You can't tell me Xavier Robinson didn't get carries because he was hurt last game, because we threw the ball to him out of the backfield at least 5 times. So that excuse is dead. There's nothing wrong with the running backs. We got plenty of them. Stop, please.
I would give you that one. I'll give you that one. They've got more guys that they could put in. They're not putting Barnes in for sure. I don't know about Taylor Tatum. I think he's
Barnes not going to play.
Barnes ain't playing.
He's
right. He's out.
So they count him on the roster.
No, but I think that you did hear Coach Venables was talking about having Taylor Tatum available this week. Hopefully that's a good thing. Look, I think that whatever it is. Yeah, and I think that obviously that's a big deal. That would be the part you got to have, make sure it doesn't happen. LSU had 2 losses, won a BCS title. You're going back to the BCS, Benji? Lord, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Shit. In every scenario, you being pushed out, but at the moment they're good. I don't even know what you're talking about, Shawty. You're talking about if they're not going to push Oklahoma out for winning those games and having 2 losses. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They would push Notre Dame out.
If Oklahoma wins, they're in. They control their own destiny. If they win, they're in.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it, guys.
No. I don't think he did. But the BCS title, what does that matter? If they won the play, there was never, I can tell you this, there was never in the 14 playoff era, there was never a 2-loss team that made the playoff. Never. The BCS, I don't remember. Maybe they were that last BCS, maybe they were 2-loss. I don't think so though.
They had no 2 losses because they beat us.
Yeah. Run the damn ball. There you go. That's what you have to do.
It's that simple. Turn around, hand it off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is. I'll leave this up for a minute. Texas and their fans are national champs at being whiny little bitches. That's a fact. That is a fact. Fuck Texas. Let me. Oh man, I don't have my board here, or else I'd be firing away. Healthy running back will be a gift. Let's see. Good night, Sooner fans. See you, Brandon. We'll see you tomorrow. You guys going to be there tomorrow? Oh yeah, you'll be here. Cool. Did you go back to Fort Worth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're not going to be here tomorrow then? Finally.
My grandbabies are sick, so that's why I was going to Oklahoma City. So yeah, they're not feeling well.
Okay. No, they're not. No, they're not. All right. Ours jams. I'm done with all this conversation. Guys, come on, let's move on. Fuck, quit talking to him.
Another thing. So let's talk about running the football for a second. I'm going to give another example.
Okay.
The Oklahoma City Thunder. They win basketball games by playing great defense and getting to the basket, whether it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a mid-range, whether it's the bigs getting lobs. They shoot threes, but they don't shoot threes at such a high clip as a lot of the other teams do in the league. That's why they're more efficient. Running the football is the same way. Instead of trying to shoot threes and throwing the ball 40 times a game, it's a lot easier just to turn around and hand it off to the running back. Yes, high risk, high reward. You got to have a quarterback. You got to get good protection. The quarterback has to make a good pass. The running back has to make a catch and get yards. When you just take the steady approach, hand the football off, get 3-4 yards a carry, which is what Xavier Robinson is averaging, and you control the time of possession. It's not a high risk. It's not a super high reward until he breaks one. But you can use play action fake off of that and get a lot of one-on-one situations. It's simple math. Throwing the football is like shooting threes. And unless you have a generational quarterback, in which John Mateer just is not, and it's okay, he doesn't have to be. Unless you have a generational quarterback, then you should probably just hand the football. Just somebody that's constantly has a lot of turnovers, I just wouldn't be asking him to make 45 plays a game.
Right. No, I agree. But they're going to play the way that they play. Let's just be real about it. They're going to play the way they play. They're going to run Mateer. They're going to run Mateer more than they run these running backs. They're going to try to do what they can do, passing the ball as well. It is what it is. They're not just going to run the football. If they were going to do that, they would have done that shit a long time ago.
Exactly.
I will say this: I did see Venables freaking out on Mateer after that 2nd and 2 turned into a punt last week, and he was following him on the sideline, screaming at his ass.
We have a lot of those.
Mm-hmm. I know.
A lot of those for some reason.
Yeah, he kind of lost it there, but
2nd and 2 to 3rd and 2 to 4th and 2 punt.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, man. Let me be coaching the team and we got 2 yards. I promise you we won't be coming off the field.
I mean, at that point, why don't you run Mateer right there? Why don't you run Mateer right there instead of throwing it twice?
Turn and give it to the running back. I don't care who know we running the football. I bet you David Stone will be in at fullback. Him and Jaden Jackson. And I'll be running behind the both of them for 2 yards. Come stop it.
Well, you could be doing it. I like this one. Run more pistol. The back behind the QB who's behind the center is the best way to run wide zone stretch, and we need to do that. And look, they do need to widen it up. That's one of the things that I agree with Gabe on that. He was talking about it after the Texas game and this was the best that they played. Was obviously South Carolina hadn't been great, but when they ran the ball the best was the South Carolina game. They spread it out. They had 4 and 5 wide a lot of times. They were able to, get some, and they're getting guys out of the box, especially those linebackers, and that allowed them to get some easy running room. Easy running room.
I
So
love pistol, bro. There's so much that you can do out of pistol. There's like pistol is literally what I ran when I coached high school and I was the offensive coordinator. I love pistol.
I love the
I can
pistol
do
as well.
I can do
I'm a fan.
everything out of pistol.
Yeah.
There's nothing out of the pistol formation that I cannot do. I can run with power. I can run stretch. I can run counters. I can run inside zone, outside zone. I can play action fake. there's there's
Yeah.
nothing out of pistol that you can't run.
No. I'm a fan of the pistol myself. And I
I can
think that
run
with this one,
mesh. You
what
can
we've
run
seen him not do it though. I
pistol
mean, he
far.
never seems to stick with anything that works. I mean, even the combo routes that he ran for an 80-yard touchdown, we never saw it again.
We
You know?
don't know why OU don't we don't know why he doesn't call plays for the running backs. We don't know. It's the great mystery of 2025.
Who was it? What? Who are you talking about? Is Kevin Wilson giving Arbuckle any advice? I don't think. I think that he has been reluctant to do so. He's not the coordinator. He doesn't want to step on toes. We've heard BV say that. It's going to take BV saying, "This is what we have to do. You need to sit with him and come up with a game plan." And I don't know. Maybe he's sick enough of it that it happens. You know, maybe it did happen. I don't know.
So
But and
coaches,
certainly between tomorrow and the playoff game, which would be 3 weeks, you could literally install a new offense if you wanted to in that amount of time. You could. I know
it's the
people
same
would freak
offense.
out
It's
about
just the
that, but
verbiage.
yeah.
Coaches, period. And I've been in those meeting rooms because coaches don't like to say anything to the offensive coordinator. They just don't. Like I'm that dude that will say, "Have you tried this, this, this?" And the offensive coordinator look at you like you crazy. I was asking the offensive coordinator. He tried such after I was on the staff for like 3 weeks. He looked at me like I was crazy. They
I
just don't,
love it.
man. A lot of these guys have too much pride, and even the other guys, they just, hey, what do you need? You're not the offensive coordinator, so whether you tell them something or not, it really don't matter because they're going to go off of whatever coaching tree that they came up under. So that's why I said when we were looking for an offensive coordinator, go find somebody under Nick Saban's coaching tree that has been an offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
He's had plenty of them. He
Yeah.
had Sark. He had Lane Kiffin. He's had plenty of coordinators up under him that you can go and find. Go find an offensive coordinator that was or somebody that was on the staff for a team that won a national title.
Yeah.
The coach that was that won national title with Clemson, I had him on my video. He's doing a damn good job down in Virginia.
He is. And they ran the ball. They ran the ball first.
Go find a coordinator from a team that is winning. We went and got Ben Arbuckle from a team that was losing. That doesn't make sense whatsoever. In no metric does that make sense. That you went and got an offensive coordinator that does not have a winning record.
He wasn't my first choice. It didn't freak me out when they did it, but
He wasn't on my board.
he wasn't on your board. Yeah,
He wouldn't even
I
got
was
drafted
surprised.
if there was 6 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pride cometh before the fall. Well, and that's the problem too. Is that and I mean he's not everybody is. And you know what, Sooner in Texas, he's not the only one that said all this shit. Everybody's favorite, Gabe and Teddy say it. You guys all love D-Mac. He's been saying it. There's a lot of people that are saying it's the truth. The truth is the truth is the truth. You may not like it. That doesn't make it untrue.
And they try to say that we're not Oklahoma fans because we pointed out. When has being honest and just giving you the truth been a bad thing? Nothing I've said on my channel or at any other moment had been wrong because I've always given numbers to back up my claims.
Yeah. The truth is, nobody that's run the air raid after Oklahoma in 2000 has won the Natty.
And we ran the football. That wasn't even no true air raid.
Right.
A
They
la
were
Quentin
running the
Griffin, 6 touchdowns against Texas.
right. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. They
That
were
was me.
doing more. They were doing more running the ball, but it was actually where it was an air raid offense that had been put in place by Mike Leach before he left. That's what they knew. But it's also, I mean, the defense was also that year, if you think about it, that was the best defense in the country by a country mile. They ended up winning the national championship 13-2, and it's because they took the safety on purpose, but they shut them out.
So Sooner Texas said that I mostly trash OU. No, I don't. You don't watch my
I
channel.
know you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I definitely
He definitely trashes Arbuckle.
Is what it is.
Yeah. Who got an infection, Andrew? Who are you talking about? I'd say give it another year. At least we are still technically in championship position. Here's where you're going to get it from me now. If we're talking about sticking with the same game plan, and you know what, I think they're going to bring Arbuckle back. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah, he'll be
but
back.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. If he better be changing the way that he's doing things, or you're not going to win anything next year either. Look, you've got to be in this idea that all of a sudden just because you're in contention this year to get into the playoff, you still got to win one more, means that you're not going to that you're going to be back in the contention next year. There's no guarantees, folks. There are no guarantees on that.
No guarantees at all.
Yep, no faking sports. It's right there, guys. Right at the bottom right. Right at the bottom right of the channel. The channels are right at the bottom right. Check it out. Oh, Drew. It's time for you to run along too. It's time for old Drew to run along too.
Another Longhorns fan.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep him out of here for the rest of the day. He's been a whiny bitch all season too, so I don't care.
Y'all, once again, man, y'all get upset when someone tells you the truth about your favorite team, our favorite team.
Yeah. I know.
Don't get upset about it.
The same thing with Big Cuz last week jumping on me. He got mad at me. If I was
coming over here and I was saying just crazy stuff out of my head, like saying Stephen A or something like that, I could understand that. But when I come right behind and I give you, and you're not subscribed to my channel, so you have no idea what I'm talking about. But one thing that I do on my channel is I give you a non-biased look at what happened from a pro football player and a coach's point of view, in which I was, longtime Sooner fan, and then I use the numbers to back it up. So I'm not just getting on here just saying a bunch of stuff, guys. I show my viewers numbers to back up everything that I've said to the T, over and over and over again. It's not being negative. It's just pointing out where we need to improve as a team. And it might sound negative because it's very frustrating when it's something as simple as running the football, and then you see our offensive coordinator run a reverse on 2nd and 2. And then a sweep to the short side of the field on 3rd and 2, and then we punt. That's not being negative. That's being frustrated with how the team is performing.
Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to trash Oklahoma on offense, but what defense and ranking schedule has? I don't know what you're saying, Jacob. Only concern tomorrow is the O-line. Who backs up Fabechi at center if he's hurt? I'm not really concerned about them either. I'm not really concerned about the line bench. You know what I mean?
We actually got some pretty good depth at the line this year with the freshmen playing. That's you got to remember. There's a lot of guys whose spots that they stepped in front of those guys that were thrown into the fire last year and actually have a lot of games under their belt. We're fine on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would like to have some certain depth at the running back position, but we don't use them anyway, so it don't even matter.
He said, "Don't even matter."
I mean, it don't. If you only running the football with running backs 15 times a game, why are we worried about depth at the running back position?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you need to run the ball for sure. And I think you're going to end up with much less of that depth at the running back position.
But if the defense keep playing the way that they're playing,
Aside
it
from
don't matter what
freshmen.
they do on offense. If the defense keeps shutting people out, but once again, you can't always rely on that.
True. I'm not sure what happens. I haven't heard anything about Fabechi.
I haven't either.
I haven't heard anything about Fabechi.
I didn't see him on the
He wasn't on the
injury
report.
report. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Let's see the OU report. You've got Mason, R. Mason, Gentry, Javante, Jake Michla, Ozeda's doubtful, Troy Everett's out, Sexton's out, Jake Taylor's out, Kendall Dobie's out. These are all people that have already been out. That's it.
Yep.
So I don't see that he's hurt at all.
There.
If it's something that's no depth at the center, well, they've had injuries there too. They had 3 guys that, and Fabechi's been playing. Is he playing center? He's not playing center, is he? It's been the other guy. It's been Backlinko, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and that's what would happen. They would put Fabechi in at center if you were to lose the center now. But I haven't seen anything about it. Oh, you got some big commitments and flips this week. Stock will definitely increasing for OU on both sides of the ball. It was big. I mean, I like that you got out and got Jonathan Hatton. That was big. You got that big play wide receiver, 6'4" guy. I love it that they're going to get big receivers flipped in. Sounds like they're going to flip another defensive tackle, and he might be coming from the guy from Texas. Looks like he's going to go to Oklahoma. He was a commitment to Texas. Go ahead.
The receiver, Braden Allen, he's going to be in town for the game. And that's big because LSU actually made a push for him towards the end. So LSU is making a big push to try to get him. If Lane Kiffin announces before the LSU game that he is going to LSU, and then we happen to fall to LSU, which I don't see happening, I could see that kid flipping.
Okay. Since Michla is out, Fabechi moved to center is what. Okay. Well, I knew that was what they were talking about anyway, and he would do that. So yeah. So you've got. Let me go back to what this says.
And you got to remember the thing with Bill Bedenbaugh, he likes his offensive linemen to be able to play multiple positions. So I'm not worried about Fabechi in that spot. They should be fine. I'm pretty sure he's repped it over and over and over and over, especially being a guard. He's repped it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think he played some center when he was at North Texas a little bit too, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be cold for sure, guys. It'll be cold.
It's Norman in December. I mean, late November.
If Fabechi gets hurt, who backs him up? I don't know, Damon. I'm not in charge of the depth chart there.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, if I'm looking at the depth chart, I mean, I think he's been our Fabechi Wewu has been the most consistent lineman at Oklahoma for 2 years. I mean, I guess it could happen, but I wouldn't worry too much.
It sounds like y'all trying to set it up to say we couldn't run the ball because we're short at the offensive line.
They're not gonna run, guys. They're not gonna run the ball. They're not gonna run the ball like you
It
want them
sounds
to.
like they setting it up.
Yeah. As far as the depth chart's concerned, I don't know who would be the other guy. I don't. I guess it would be Backlinko, wouldn't it? It'd have to be.
I don't know.
Owen Hollenbeck could be the other one. Owen Hollenbeck is there. Gunnar Allen would be another one. Redshirt Junior. He's there somewhere.
Yeah,
but they're
I saw
showing
Michael
Hollenbeck
get blown up a couple of times, missing a couple of blocks. I did see that.
Yeah, but he was also pretty good too. He's been pretty good for the most part. Yeah, it sounds like Hollenbeck and Gunnar is what's on our lads, but they're not. It's not always correct. So I don't know, gentlemen. I don't know.
Yeah, brother. I mean, you look at the depth chart, honestly, it's probably going to be about just guesses mine. I'm not an insider, so I don't know what's going on in the practice field as far as that. I can just see as much YouTube as you can.
Right. Yeah. So they're moving. They moved Fabechi over. Yeah, it would have to be one of those other two guys. Yeah. Michael got hurt. What? How did he even get hurt? He was the only true center left on the roster. I don't know what you guys want me to say.
Breaking news. Are you scared? Do you have a concern, sir? Because you own the center.
Nani, you guys are pissing my mom off? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. If R. Mason wasn't hurt, I'd put him at running back. Hey, he'd run hard and through people. Sure.
Drag a couple of players.
I'd love it. That'd be okay with me. Let me go back and this is a good question here. Let's see what that is. Let's look at the bracket again.
Yes, we should get a home game.
It would be a home game, yeah. Looks like it would be.
All we got to do is take care of business, and we're at home first round against Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm. As long as Notre Dame doesn't lose, and they're not losing. So they're not losing this week. So, yeah. Let's see who else. Oregon, Washington tomorrow. Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Yeah. You know what it would. Yeah, I
love football, bro, but like at the end of the season like this, I don't care about nothing but my Sooners.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to cover more basketball, man, but I just can't right now. Not till the season's over.
I don't even mess with it. They could put Kanik back there and run dive plays, but they don't want to. Yeah, I'm not sure why they don't do that too. He's as fast as any of them. And then somebody was talking about, actually going back to that, wasn't somebody saying that? I thought I saw somebody talking about what's his name? The old quarterback, the quarterback that got hurt right as soon as he got to Oklahoma, and he was going to be a running back. What's the guy's name? You guys all know who I'm talking about.
Who you
Y'all are always bringing him up. Remember the quarterback that got recruited to Oklahoma as a running back and blew his knee up as soon as he got there? For 2 years, he's been messed up, his knee. The quarterback kid. Somebody put it in there. Come on. Andy Bass. Somebody was talking about him being a possibility the other day. Mm-hmm. In fact, it was actually Chris Mason. And so he is kind of an insider, so maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Andy Bass could happen. Could happen. I don't know.
I don't think
But
he's
I'm
ready
not
though.
seeing him. I'm not seeing him on the depth chart though, so not too sure. Not too sure. All right, defensively, let's talk about this a little bit. This is the best defense I've seen. I think I've ever seen at Oklahoma.
Love this defense, bro. Love this defense. I mean, you got players that filled in for some of the players that left last year, and they're actually exceeding, man. I'm a huge Ethan Downs fan because I'm a fan of guys. You might not make all the splashy plays, but you're never out of place. And that's one
Right,
thing about Ethan Downs. Ethan Downs was never out of place. Never.
right. He didn't. He
You
didn't get
bring a
beat on the
reverse,
edges.
Ethan Downs is there.
Mhm.
He might not have been the most gifted athlete, the most physical, the fastest, but Ethan Downs was a ball player. And Taylor Wine has really filled in those shoes, man. Taylor Wine is amazing, bro. He's definitely should be SEC honors, man. Taylor Wine is amazing, bro. We got so many
So,
players on the defense that would go and start on any other team. They might not have
absolutely.
we might not have one guy that has all the stats to just be the leader of the SEC, but collectively as a unit, especially on the defensive line, oh my God. Oh my God, it's
Sure.
crazy. It's crazy. The depth. Even next
Um,
year, that defensive line depth is going to be even better. Danny Okoye, man, was one of my favorite players. I thought he would get a little more spin last year, but there just wasn't no room. He's getting the spin that he's getting this year. He's doing well with it. PJ will be
yeah.
back next year.
Yep.
PJ is stopping the run, man, like crazy, bro.
I mean, with you got
This
Taylor
D
Wan,
line
PJ.
ain't going nowhere, man.
Listen, you're hearing a lot of really good things about what's the kid's name from Minnesota? I was talking to him with Legend the other night. Oh, come on, Jay. Let's see. No.
Now, did y'all see my
Wyatt
face
Gilmore.
light up?
Wyatt
Oh yeah,
Gilmore is doing it
yeah.
up,
He's
right?
another one.
They said he's another guy that's in his Twitch is right there. They said he looks very similar to what they were seeing from Taylor Wine earlier this year too. So it's another guy that I mean the depth isn't going anywhere. Danny Okoye is only getting better every time, and that guy is a freaking super freak.
He'll
So
be
it's
back
again,
next year,
I just think it's yeah. I
and
think
so will Taylor
yeah.
Wine,
So
and
will
so will
Taylor
PJ.
Wine. Nigel Smith will be coming in to be that G baby next year.
I
You
gotta
know,
see it, but I'm talking about the people I've seen it.
yeah. Well, Nigel hadn't gotten a lot of run, man. It's pretty deep in
Yeah,
that room
that's
too.
true.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
So he's definitely one of those guys I've been looking forward to him. But yeah, listen, I think that defensively they're going to continue to do what they do.
At
But
linebacker,
do you remember a better offense though? That was I mean, and Nelio said I meant to throw it up there. My bad. That '86 defense with Bosworth, Dante Jones, and Ricky Dixon were monsters. I agree.
yeah, bro. I told you, '85. I was on the sidelines. I was a ball boy. Yeah,
hmm
I remember the
So were they
Boz,
better
man.
than this? Were they better than this
Uh,
defense?
it's 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 a different time, man. I don't like to compare the '80s to now. I mean, these guys are more athletic because of the training that they're getting and just the equipment that they have to have them move different as animals. But in the '80s, man, that defense is unrivaled, man. In the '80s, that's an amazing defense. Those were amazing teams on both sides of the football, and that's what I hope we can get back to during the Brent Venables era. That we can get a punishing, in your face, smack you in the mouth offense to match our defense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want. I want us to line up and go punch people in the face. That's the type of football player I was. Take your
Hell
face
yeah.
and push your face mask in the dirt and stand
Yeah.
up when I do it. And then
Yeah.
when you get up, I come do it again.
Bishop Frank, super chat. Thank you, sir. Want to know, hard to kill, fire tested, built, red November, says Bishop Frank. Thank you, sir. And Urban, you're right. They all make plays. And they did wave after wave after wave after wave, right?
We ain't talked about the
You're
linebackers, man. Oh my
No,
God.
dude, Kip Lewis. I think Kip Lewis is the best player. I think Kip Lewis is
Oh
one of
my
the best
God.
players in the country without a doubt. And I think he's probably coming back too. I love the linebackers. Love
Owen
them.
Heineke
Owen
filling gaps
Heineke.
and
Oh,
making tackles
brother.
for loss. He's a lacrosse player.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
I'm glad Ohio State didn't want him on their football team.
No shit. No shit. Damon Rice, we know who the real MVP of this team is, and he wears booty shorts. Definitely love this kicker. Definitely love this kicker. And he is definitely the MVP for points. You know that he has almost up until going into last week, he was a point ahead of John Mateer in scoring. He had more points than John Mateer.
Yeah.
Not good. That's not a good thing. Not a good thing. When we're continuing to send that guy back out there.
The defensive backs are amazing. I mean,
I
we're
love them.
stacked on
They've gotten
defense,
better
man.
and better, right? They've gotten better and better there.
We're stacked on defense. And the sad part about it is we're stacked on offense too. Why are they not performing?
Yeah. I think you got to
And
figure it out, man.
it's not like they're dropping balls. It's not like the running backs are fumbling. It's not like the running backs can't get yards. I'm gonna shut up about the offense. We're talking about defense. I'm sorry.
Defensively, even that I think that the secondary was where the question was. That was where your questions were. Are they good enough in the secondary?
Yes.
And they've been no break at times and stuff, but I think that you've seen with Reggie Powers playing that cheetah role, he's fantastic. And
we're deep at every position, even corner.
And Boganowski, Boganowski's been really, really good the last month.
Boganowski had that big third down stop at the goal line.
He did.
Thumper.
Oh, bro.
We're good at every position on this team, fellas.
And, bro, Peyton Bowen might be the best. I mean, he's been playing fantastic. Fantastic. And again, these corners, look, for all the trash that, Cortland's a true freshman and they've tried to pick on him, and that hadn't worked out very much.
He's a baller.
He is.
He's a baller.
And Jacoby, you don't hear them calling his name when he's in.
He's a baller.
Why? You know why they don't hear him calling his name? Because they don't throw at him. He's been playing a lot since Gentry went out. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. And yeah, Jacoby's long. He's got a good athlete. Love it. Grayson Halton, draft eligible. Yeah, he'll be out. He's gone. Yeah, he was draft eligible. This is his last year. The game is changing. These guys are next level. Okay, so Hank you're with these guys. To me, I believe that. Hey, bro, take that Kyle. Take that out of there. You can't go that far with what you say in the comments, bro. The hell's the matter with y'all? What are you doing?
I'm not even reading down level.
Darrell Reed and Troy Johnson were fantastic defensive ends as well. Listen, I'm with you, and I know that was the year that I started falling in love with Sooner football. Of course, Jamel Holloway was on that team. He was my he's my favorite player at that time, going back that far. But I'm just going to say, this is the best defense I've seen. Best defense I've seen that I can really, really remember.
Well, our 2000 defense too.
Yeah.
Our 2000 defense was really good. I mean, a lot of our defenses in the early 2000s under Bob Stoops were amazing defenses. We just got into the playoffs. Well, not the playoffs. We just got into the national championship game, man, and we just ran into buzzsaws. You got to remember, guys, we played some of the best teams ever in college football in the championship games that we lost to.
Mm-hmm.
That were really good.
You were repping the brand inside
USC,
the booth?
LSU.
Mm-hmm. Neilio, my guy, he said he was repping the brand in Lawrence today for the Utah KU game. My guy. He had the Hall of Fame brand on. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Let me see if I've got it. I had to get a new Twitter, guys, right? So it's not the same one as before. And I don't even remember what it is, but it's here. I'll put it in there. Send me that because I want to see that. There's the new Twitter. I'm trying to change that, but it won't let me yet. 2000D was insane too. It was. It was.
Yep. Against
I
Florida
agree.
State and Chris Winkie.
I agree. I don't think it's as good as this one. I don't know.
I don't compare them.
I
We
mean,
have an amazing defense.
they were unbelievable. But
I ain't gonna put my
it's
own
really
team
been
against my own team.
it's been since Gerald and them were here that they've been that good, even kind of close to that good. You know what I mean? After that, it was worse and worse year after year, right?
We've had some great defensive players. We've had some great defensive linemen. We've had some great linebackers. We've been lacking at the defensive back position for a while. But we've on the front end, we've had some good defensive linemen. We got some in the league. We got some linebackers in the league. We
No
just
doubt. Oh, there's been
defensive
some
back.
great ones. Been some great
We've
ones.
been lacking defensive back.
Yeah, they haven't been. Yeah, it just haven't been. It's been tough. The speed D days were terrible. You know, terrible.
Too small. That was never going to work.
Mm-hmm.
They was trying to do that because of the Big 12 and everybody being passing teams. But the thing about it, when you go to the playoffs, that crap just don't work. That's why we couldn't stop Georgia in the playoffs.
That's why we couldn't stop anybody in the playoffs.
Exactly. Because we went up against teams that ran the football. And you see that last score that they had, they ran the football.
No doubt. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing how this all, how it all plays out. But I tell you what, this defense is definitely good enough that you could win a national championship if you play enough offense. And when we say enough, we're talking like 24 points. 24
Yeah.
points.
That's not
Put up 24.
and that's not bro. My standard as an offensive coordinator is to score 10 points a quarter. That's my standard. When I was calling plays for myself, that was my standard. 10 points a quarter. 24 points ain't even that, bro.
No.
That's 6 points a quarter.
No.
That's not hard, man.
No.
That's a touchdown the first quarter, 2 field goals the second quarter, a touchdown the third quarter, 2 field goals. It's not a lot, man.
No, and that keeps the ball moving. You know that you're playing complementary football there. Yeah. You only need 17 because the defense will put up 7. But you can't depend on that, Commish. That's the only thing is I don't want to depend on that happening. It worked out 2 weeks in a row on the road. I'm glad it did. So you didn't get a defensive touchdown last week, and they held him they just held him out of the end zone completely. They should hold him out again tomorrow, I would hope. But if the ground isn't wet now, hey, somebody tell me, did they get a tarp for the field after the last debacle with Ole Miss? At least were they reactive enough to go do that? I hope so.
Man, I don't want to hear no wet football's excuse.
I just don't want to see them not stopping anybody because of the wet ground. I don't care about the wet football stuff. What up, corrections? Wet football means you should definitely run the fucker. They're beating. And for y'all who want tabs on our wide receiver recruit from LCA and Braden Allen, they're beating teams by 30 plus in the playoffs. Cool.
Yeah, that's the kid that I was saying that LSU is making a late push for. So they're gonna have if Oklahoma wins the game, he goes to OU. But if LSU pulls off the upset in Norman and they're getting Lane Kiffin, he's probably gonna flip his commitment. He lives in Louisiana.
Maybe. I don't see it. I still don't see it, bro. Where'd you send it? Did you send it to my inbox on there? Shit.
I'm tired of empty possessions too, brother. I'm tired of 3 and outs. I'm so sick of 3 and outs. It's ridiculous. 3 and out, 4 and out. I'm sick of that. 6 total yards in 2 possessions. I'm sick of it. It's disgusting.
Yeah. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. And that the one that was egregious for me was, Mizzou comes down. They have an 8-minute drive to start the game, put 3 up. You hold them out of the end zone, and you go 3 and out back to back. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? Run the stupid ball. Just run the stupid ball. I don't know how they didn't have a tarp. We need this to be a regular thing. It's what we've been talking about there, Daughters Gene. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Most points that we've allowed all season was that 34 against Ole Miss, and we had to turn over that game.
Mm-hmm. We did. Yeah, and then the 27 against Tennessee, and that was with the turnover. Really, they shouldn't have given up that. Yeah. If you hadn't thrown that interception late, that doesn't happen.
But I mean, this team isn't giving up 34 points on a regular basis, so I feel comfortable at 28 points, 24, 28 points.
Me too.
And that's like I said, man, that's really like shooting low. We should be shooting, bro. Imagine if we had an offense to score 40 points a game. Imagine if we had one of them old Oregon offenses. Chip Kelly just got fired at Las Vegas. He won a national championship with Ohio State last year. Go ask him if he won a job. We might not get him for a long time, but with him just getting fired from the NFL again, we might get him for 2 years until y'all find somebody. When is Baker going to come back and coach, be an offensive coordinator?
He's still playing and he's still balling out in the league.
That's what I'm saying.
Let him win his MVP and get a Super
5
Bowl.
years, 6 years.
Probably. I don't know if he coaches though. Why would he? He's going to have made so much money, and I don't know.
He's going to be on TV talking.
I think he will be too. He's not going to be a coach. I don't see it. I think
he's going to want to be around the game.
Yeah. Kyle says Braden Allen's that top wide receiver in the 3-3-7. It's not even close. Nice.
Yep.
Love it. Get him. Who does he remind you of is what Jimmy asked. I love that. Imagine if Baker had this defense. Oh.
He would have won a national title.
At least one. At least one.
I mean, if Kyler had this defense, if Jalen Hurts had this defense.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. It is embarrassing to be saying, man, if we could just get to 24 points. And I had a video in which I had this whole rant where I talked about expectations and standards.
I watched it. It was very good.
We're not meeting the standards if we're begging for 20. If we're begging our offense.
You were cooking, bro. You were cooking in that one.
Bro. We're not meeting the standards if we're begging our offense coordinator for 24 points. If we're begging him to give Xavier Robinson the ball.
Well, let's see. I'm not seeing it, Neilio. Send it to I followed you back. You should be able to send it to me in the DMs. DM it to me in there. I don't know either. If Baker or Kyler had this yeah, and Jalen, I mean, shit, I saw Jalen them come back against Baylor down 28-7 that year when Jalen was there. So, yeah. Hey, man, we like Dave's our guy, man. He's doing well. Love it. Guys, great show. Happy Thanksgiving. Instantly subbed David's channel. Good stuff. Good night. Kamish, hook up, man. You gotta come on with us one of these times too. Appreciate you. You've been liking your show too. The last one that I saw was funny shit.
I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, man. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I plan on banging out a crazy video. I got a crazy video that I got playing. Just kind of going through when I started all the way up to the 1,000 subscribers. I thank everybody that's been supporting, man, and subscribing. I know
It's
sometimes
awesome.
people see my shorts and they're like, "This dude is crazy." I promise you, you got to watch the whole
That's where I
video,
started
man.
seeing
You got
you.
to watch
That's
the
where I
whole
started
video.
seeing you. That's where I started seeing you though, and I love it. Yeah. Hey man, anytime, man. Yeah, anytime, bro. Hit me up on ugh, on an email. Let me shoot you my email, and I'll get a hold of you. We can get together. Good. All right, man. So yeah, let's see. Kyle Dupuis says, not sure. I've only watched him when he played Parkview, but that gave me CD vibes. He broke a 40-yarder TD off of a screen. Big body, but also shifty. CD vibes. That's big. That's big.
We talking skinny CD first 2 years or thick CD his third year?
Whew, the unstoppable version of CD Land. Shit,
Because that 1 year when CD came back, I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's an
bro.
NFL guy.
He was unreal. Well, he was unreal when he got there as a freshman, even too. But
Well, I
yes,
mean, he
when
was
he got
skinny, but when he had
yeah,
that body transformation, he put all that muscle on. I was like, oh yeah.
he's catching them one-handed and stuff, just doing stupid shit. He was ridiculous. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Loved it.
CD's tough, man.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Um, we talked about the playoff chances.
Mm-hmm.
Just the effect on recruiting, man. This is a big weekend, not only for the recruits that we have there,
It's been a big
um,
week for recruits, but yeah,
and
we've got a
we're
guy
gonna have a
coming
lot of
in that they
recruits
just
there too.
offered. Go look at Kristen Megatron Moore. He's from Selma, Alabama. I had him on my show a few months back. Um, he's going to be a middle linebacker. This guy was playing with a torn groin that he had to have surgery on all season, but he did nothing but make plays. Watch this dude. He's unfreaking believable.
I've,
He'll
I've
be on the channel next week.
I went through that, man. The thing about a pool growing when you play on it, um,
Now this is a
I was
torn
in
one.
a game, out a game, in a game, out a game. And I really messed it up because we had like a preseason game that I shouldn't have played in, but I just had to play with the whole off season, not playing no football, and then getting hurt right before the season. I just had to play, man. I scored like 3 touchdowns, bro, but I was messed up the
Now,
rest of the season. I ended up actually tearing my lower abdominal wall and pulling my other groin. That's how bad it was, and I was playing on it. So,
mhm. Let me get his last huddle here. It's pinned. Actually, I'll just share it. Give me a second.
but definitely for recruiting, man, it's going to be big. Not just for the recruits that are there, but the recruits that are not going to be there. Because one thing that's going to stack up is going to be our win loss record against all these other teams. We can't
Mm-hmm.
continue to lose to LSU and Ole Miss and all these other teams, man. We gotta win.
Yep. I'm gonna pull this down here to the. Well, you know what? I'll just do a full screen. You gotta check this guy out real quick.
Okay, show it to me. Let's do it. And you said he plays middle linebacker?
Yep. So yeah, they can still hear us though.
Yeah,
Freshman
you
year,
good.
sophomore year. He had a
You got a name
huge,
like Megatron. I know he playing.
yeah,
Coming off the end. Okay.
coming off the edge there. He can do. I mean, this is just like every week too, bro. Every week.
And what school is this?
Selma, Alabama, and so they're not a very.
Oh, it's an
They
Alabama
don't have
kid,
a
man.
huge. Yeah.
Meet him in the meet, and that's one thing I like about defenders. Don't go around nobody. Go through him. He went through the defender
Mm-hmm.
to make the tackle.
He hits with bad intentions too, bro.
He's an Alabama kid, man. I told you I played in
Yeah.
Mobile.
Yeah. So, did you see that? He just jumped up
Mm-hmm.
and grabbed that ball. Oh, he gone.
Physical
I didn't
kid,
see.
man.
Yeah, man, he's good. He's really good. And again, he had for most of the season. He had a torn
The
groin.
groin. I
Woo.
know what that's like, bro.
Yeah, he's a sack king, but he's definitely going to be a linebacker, a Mike linebacker. But his tape is unreal. It's just unreal. Oh. Now there's playing linebacker there. Met him in the hole. Oh my Lord. He took his soul. Took the kid's soul. The running back didn't want the ball after that. You know he didn't.
And the thing about it, I mean, why? And we're gonna start getting those top tier linebackers because they're gonna want to play for Brent Venables.
Yeah.
You want to be the best linebacker in the nation? Play for Brent Venables.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They've
got some good. They got good linebacker coaches, man. The whole. Yeah.
This defense, period, man. Because we attack and we blitz from every position. So if we're gonna start getting stacking those defensive players, man, and those defensive classes and teams as a whole, man. We just got to get it going on the offensive side of football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Moore's a thumper. That's what Truoki says, a thumper. He's a dude. He's a freaking animal. Oh, he'll be on the channel next week sometime. Be on the channel next week. Yeah, you're in trouble, bro. He's a big old kid,
position too often. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that he's not getting out of position. His body is under control.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, he was basically no stars, but in Alabama, they wanted to leave him as the edge guy.
Well, you have to understand too, is like a lot of these small town Alabama kids, they don't go to a lot of camps, man. They don't have the money to go to a lot of camps. They're not going to camps as freshmen and sophomore and juniors unless somebody's paying for it.
Well, he's gotten a flood lately. Country. And lately he's gotten a flood of offers, but Oklahoma was the first to offer him, and he wants to stick with them. I think. I hope he hadn't said yes yet, but he'll be at the game tomorrow. So hopefully it pays dividends. He's gotten a flood of offers.
That's another reason why win-loss records are important. We've beaten Alabama 2 years in a row. His home team.
Yeah. Well, and they want to move him. So see, they want to move him from edge. They want to leave him at edge. They don't want to move him there. So yeah, he's definitely a diamond in the rough, Damon. This guy's just, and this is just this year. His tape from last year looks the damn same. He's just unreal. But excited about getting this kid, man. Really am.
He's really a big dude. He reminds me of our linebacker number 11. I just drew a blank. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Kobe?
Yeah, Kobe McKenzie.
Kobe McKenzie? Yeah, fast as hell. Yeah, he is, dude. He's good, man. He's a good player. A lot of studs out there in Alabama in that area, man. Those kids that grew up in the South, they got speed and play with. And again, that's a country town. But Coach Carl's the one that kind of showed him off to Jonathan, and Jonathan started pushing his tape out there. And then Alabama was looking, but Oklahoma got on him quick. I think they were the first ones on him. So it looks like it's good for OU. He'll be here this weekend. I know he's excited about coming to watch the game. It's his second trip to Oklahoma, so hopefully we end up pulling him. We'll see what happens.
Follow the visits. Like multiple visits is good.
Yeah, feels like it's going to work. Feels like it's going to go good. We'll see. We'll be talking to him next week. We'll definitely be pushing forward if he hadn't already committed by then. Is it my Nelio One X account? Yeah, I followed you. Yeah, I followed you back on it, my guy. Let's see. I had. Well. Yeah. It says no. It says pending. No, it's locked. It's not Nelio One. Nelio, it is not. It's just Nelio. Okay, sorry. Can't teach physicality.
So let me ask you this question. Under no circumstances do I think we're going to lose this game. I think the chances of us losing this game is like 1 to 5%. No chance, unless we just turn the ball over, and then you can't account for that. But
yeah,
what do you think for us to get this close? If we lost and to not make the playoffs, the temperature then, especially if it's because of the offense, and we all know that it's not going to be because of the defense.
no,
LSU is not going to go out and score 40 points on us.
No.
So we know, let's say if we were to lose and say we lost like 13-6 or something, 13-3, the offense just did nothing. How do you think the temperature would be in the room then?
I think it would be hot, very hot. It says these posts are protected, man. I don't know. It's pending for me to follow you even. I tried to follow it. It's pending. You're going to have to go accept it, I think. I don't know what's up with that. I bet BV was drilling when he saw that tape. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the heat would go considerably up. I don't know if I feel like they paid him a pretty good salary. I know they want him to come back. But then again, I think it would depend. If it turns into a defensive thing and they don't run the ball or any of that kind of stuff, I would tell you that, yeah, it would get it. I mean, that's the kind of thing that could definitely change things, right? It certainly would change things for that quarterback if he's turning the ball over and the reason for it. It would be hot for BV. It would for Arbuckle. Yeah, they built the best defense in the country. Make no mistake, it's the best defense in the country.
And like I said, it's not going to be because of the defense. It's going to be because of the offense, lack of scoring points, and turning the ball over. That's what it's going to be.
Inability to stay on the field even is part of it. I mean, it's not even about scoring points as much as it's about fucking stay on the field. You can't. That's what bothered me the most about those first two drives is you go 3 and out back to back after they go and take 8 minutes off the clock. You should have been into the second quarter by the time you give up that first possession. Points or no points. Yep. And you go out and throw the ball 3 and out. Not even a minute comes off the clock. But I don't think they're going to fire anybody. But then again, what do you mean some other staffing changes? It's not. Who else would it be on?
I keep getting a bunch of people in my comments on my page saying that they don't like DeMarco Murray. And what has the running backs done to make you not like their coach? He doesn't call the plays, guys. There's nothing wrong with the staff.
Well, when Levy was here, the idea is that it was him that was making the substitutions and all that stuff. I think that may have been the case then. I don't think it is now. I think that
if you want to say Joe John Finley, okay. But other than that, we've recruited well at every position. We actually recruited well with Caden Helms. He just is always hurt. He's been better this year, but he was hurt the first 2 years in Norman.
Yeah, no doubt. Mateer doesn't need quarterback design rushes like he's. Look, I'm not with you on and Nagy's in charge of the staff changes now. I would definitely say that's a fact.
No, I don't think that's
offensively. I think. Well, I don't think he's going to mess with him at all.
Brent Venables is still in charge of his staff.
I don't think he was in charge of his. I don't think he was in charge of who he hired with Luttrell and them. Maybe they let him
BV is at the top, man. All everything's coming from BV.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree.
There's only one person in Norman more important than the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners, and that's the athletic director, and we don't have one.
No. Nagy is definitely the guy they brought in. He's the new guy that is going to keep around. He's making the decisions on who
do
they
you think
recruit.
that Jim Nagy has the
I think
has the
between him
pull to
and
fire
Randall
Brent
Stevens,
Venables?
I do.
No, heck no.
I do.
Heck no.
He does, brother.
I could be
I'm
wrong.
telling you.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, he does. He does have it. But it would be more Randall Stevens, who's the CEO now or whatever, and him. But yes, if he wants him out, he would be out. But he doesn't want him out. I don't know. I don't agree with this. I think that if BV was in charge, Seth Luttrell wouldn't have been their coordinator last year.
That was just a lazy hire. Instead of actually putting in the work and going and finding somebody.
I would agree. I would agree that he didn't push hard enough. I think that, but that was. I think he got that.
Whoever hired Seth
He didn't get fired. He didn't get fired last year. I promise you, because of the fact that the AD made him make that decision. That was further up. I'm telling you, that was a nepotism hire. If you ever saw one, it was bullshit.
I could see BV not wanting to fire people, and that's where as a head coach, man, I think he needs to continue to call the defense by all means. But on the offensive side of the football, you need to have more of your thumb. And he said in his press conference, because somebody asked him about running the football, he said, "I don't care I don't want you to run the football every play. I don't want you to throw the football every play. I want you to stay on the field." But BV, staying on the field involves running the football. Not every play. I'm not saying turn in the Army. I'm not saying turn in the Navy. You don't even have to turn in the old school Wisconsin or Purdue. But we need to be running the football.
They do. And I like to see them pass it too. I think balance is a good thing. Balance is a good thing.
Yeah. But you got to mix that stuff up, man. Mix it up. Don't be so predictable. Because when you run the ball on one down, let's say you run it on second down, and then you hurry up and go into 5 wide. We know what you're doing. You ain't running it. You have the threat of the run.
Mm-hmm. BV handed a lot of it. Also, all he focuses on is the football field. Hank, yes, correct. But the thing is that he's still responsible for it. And that's the thing that we've always. I know I've been saying I want to see him. I know that he's running the defense and all that. I understand that. Man, it's your record that's getting killed here, and it's your team that to me, by not stepping in there and even saying, like, to me, I'm a Hawkins guy. I think they should have been playing Hawkins. They should have. I know that he's leaving, or he probably is leaving if Mateer's coming back because he doesn't want to, sit again. I get it. And I don't know that for a fact, but that's the writing on the wall that everybody's been talking about, right? Right. In the end, what I'm saying is, to me, he should have been playing this year. I don't think there's any two ways around it. If they're not going to do that, and for him you could have at least pulled him out of the Texas game, put Hawkins in. You could have let him play in those 2 games, let Mateer get more healthy before you played him again. There were lots of things that could have been done. And we haven't seen him be as,
Hawkins still has happy feet, man.
He did that one. He
hasn't had the reps, though.
He hasn't.
He hasn't had the reps.
Listen, he's the one guy, and I get it. It's Kent State. I get all this, but he led them to 5 straight scoring drives, and he had one bad series where he had been getting hit. And Bedenbaugh was saying that later the next week when they were talking about the Texas game that was on them. That they struggled with that defensive end and a look that he had never seen before, and that was them that did that. He was fine. But I love Psychopath BV on the sideline. So do I. But again, like I said, you've got to see that one. That I'm not going to do this with you guys today. TP, don't start with me, bro. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Anyway, and everybody can say that all they want to. What the fuck has John Mateer looked like? I mean, put in Whit Neubauer for fuck's sake.
Six touchdowns to 5 interceptions against Power 5 opponents. That's what John Mateer looks like.
I know, man.
I don't have a problem with John Mateer, man. I just, once again, I put it all on the onus of the.
He was throwing crazy sidearm muscle. He had no turnovers. He had no turnovers.
Yeah, I don't like either one of their throwing motions. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Those sidearm throws. I don't love the sidearm throws either.
I don't like either one of them.
You know, I don't like this. I don't like the fucking shortstop hop throw that Mateer does for sure.
Yeah, his throw. He's got to get his throwing platform together. His throwing platform is just.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to continue on this back and forth between. It's not even between the two of them. It's not even. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying play somebody that's healthy and able to go. And if you didn't trust in him, then you should have went to Witt or something. But you could have found out whether you could trust him or not in the Texas game. Because guess what? You couldn't trust Mateer. He played badly. Very badly. It was not good. So it is what it is. Kyle, shut up. Y'all can run your ass out of here too. I'm out of here anyway. We're getting out of here. All right, man. I feel like it's going to be, I don't know about 5%, or I'm not going to give it a percentage. I expect Oklahoma to win. I expect this defense to dominate. If they were to lose, yes, it would be somebody's going to be in trouble. But it wouldn't be Venables.
It better not.
No, they're not going to do it. Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We will see you all tomorrow. I'll be at the ball game. So I'll probably head over to where Boganowski and those guys are at during tailgating, probably late in the tailgate. So if anybody wants to see me, wants to check us out, man, see us over there, man. All right? Appreciate it. Everybody, anything else? Hey, make sure you get over to No Fakin Sports and get him to 1,000.
Let's go. 1,000 subscribers, man. I appreciate it, bro. I enjoyed it, man. I appreciate all the comments. Everybody in the comments, man. Y'all are awesome. Y'all stay engaged, man. It's after midnight, man. Y'all are amazing. I love it, bro. I love it.
Yep. I appreciate it too, man. I always enjoy having you on, man. We'll get together again this next week or over the next few weeks when we figure out what's going on with the playoff and all that stuff. There'll be plenty to talk about. So appreciate you guys coming in. We'll see you all on the next one. Oh, where's the other one? I don't know what just happened there.